So hey guys, it's Tim and Jesse from Option Legacy. And guys, we're doing something new. What are we doing, Jesse?
I don't know. What are we doing, Tim?
We're doing, oh, by the way, disclaimer, this isn't my normal setup. I am traveling. That's the beauty of trading options is that you can do it largely from your phone. You can travel around the world. I'm up in Northern California, about 4 or 5 hours north of home base, visiting family. And I was out early this morning, out on the beach, watched the sunrise and Northern Shore. Beautiful. But we're doing something new. We are doing a Friday end of market recap. And so just what happened in our portfolios, the wins, the losses, kind of some maybe rationale behind them, and just open up our portfolio and share with you guys just on a weekly basis. Hey, this is what happened. So we're both going to do that. But before we do that, have you met, Jesse? Have you met this person that talks a lot? What's her name? Susie, I think.
Susie, yes, Susie. I love Susie. She talks.
Yeah, me too. Man, Susie's great. I can't wait till everyone else gets to meet her.
I want everybody to meet Susie.
The whole world actually needs to know Susie.
I agree.
So Susie is something that is coming to a phone, computer, email, text near you. What is Susie? Susie is actually a code word for some trade alerts that we'll put out. These alerts are not meant to be like, hey, take this exact trade, but they're more of like a continued education that as soon as we put on a trade, just boom, you get blasted with a text with the exact details of what we entered in. And then we'll do recaps, and it's going to be a paid service. The goal is to help you kind of be like right here, see behind the scenes, literally as soon as we enter into trades, to give you some ideas. So, okay, maybe you've gone through legacy trading course, maybe you've got some understanding, but you're still getting your sea legs about, well, why not follow professional traders and literally see the details of the trades that we enter into as soon as we enter into them, or as soon as we exit, or manage them. And so that's coming soon. But Jesse, what's your take on Susie?
Susie is fantastic. I think it's going to help a lot of individuals who have taken your course or they have some small knowledge of trading options. But what it will do, I think, is provide an insight into some ideas. Because I think starting out for me, finding trades was really, really tough. Like, right. And is this the right strategy to use for the trade? Like, I mean, I like it, but I don't know because I'm a newbie. So having another person that's doing it, that is putting on high probability trades, I think getting that insight as a new trader is priceless and will help, I think, develop a sense of awareness when it comes to what trades to put on in what type of market, and just to kind of continue growing with the community. So I think it's going to be fantastic value add piece that people can partake in. And it's going to be great.
Come on. And there's no better way to, you follow a mentor, man. Just literally get behind the scenes. Because with those text alerts, it's like literally you're sitting right next to us because you get to see every detail. There's nothing hidden. And so I think it's going to be awesome. And we're going to break down our trades for the week. I'll get started. I'm going to do a 5-minute timer. So beep, it's going. And then you'll see all these trades. We actually have a beta test group going right now that are getting these trades, and they're all trade alerts from Susie that, you know, our beta group is testing out right now. So let's see. Let's get the share screen. Okay, I want to share. We'll get Tastyworks open over here. Jesse, tell me if you see this.
I got it.
Cool. Okay, so hey guys, these are the rundown. I have a little post-it note here that I'll break down, and I'm going to shout these off, and then we'll go through them. So I was in UNH from 9/12 to 9/17. I exited out of that for no money, like didn't lose any money, didn't make any money, literally $0. I risked $700, made none. Okay, cool, that happens. I was in Guild from 9/18 to 9/21, or 3 days time. I made $312 there, or a 39% return on investment in 3 days. And I risked $798 in Guild. LMT, I was in it from 9/7 to 9/19, or 9 days total. I made $550, or 80% return on investment. My max risk there was $685. In the McDonald's today, some of the beta Legacy Trade Alerts crew was in on this too. It was a 1-day trade, just phenomenal home run. 1-day trade, was in it from 9:20 to 9:21, made $595 or 115% return on investment, and my max risk there was $515. But here is the final, the overall thing for the week. I entered into 4 trades. It was 100% win rate. I had that one break even, so I didn't call it a loss because it wasn't. 4 trades, 100% win rate. My max risk out of all those trades was $2,698. That's how much I had risk collectively. From those 4 trades, I pulled in gains of $1,458. Crazy home run week. 54% return on risked funds for this week. So just crushed it. So let's go and look at them. UNH. Let's see. UNH. I've got about 2 minutes left, so we're going to fly through these things if it will load for me. Is this UNH? No. Yeah, Tastyworks charts. I'm not a fan of them. So I might, since I'm on the road and it's not loving me. Oh, here we go. Okay. UNH. So I entered in on 9/12, which is somewhere like this thing. And then, let's see if I'm trying to find. Yeah, you know what? I won't go over my charts, but those are the details. So maybe I'll read them over one more time, and you can do check your own. I'll just show them to you in the back of the house, not the charts. You can pause this video and look at them yourself. UNH entered 9/12, exited 9/17, 350, right? So break even. And then Guild, let's go here. Guild, this one was a 39% return on investment. I entered in twice. This was actually by accident. I just wanted to do 3 contracts, and I wanted to get filled at 132. And instead of canceling the 132, I actually just created another order. And so both of them essentially got filled just a little bit of time, about 30 minutes apart. And so I actually entered in twice as much as I wanted to. That's 798 is how much I risked here. I entered at roughly 133 and exited out at 185, profit for 39% return on investment in 3 days. And then Lockheed Martin, you should go look at the charts. If you're going to look at the chart on any of these, check out Lockheed Martin for this one, the chart, we just got it awesome. And I want you to check the time too when I exit. Look at the daily chart on 9/19. Exited right before this thing tanks on 9/19. Just a beautiful trade. Our trade alerts people got in on that too. That was an 80% return on investment in 9 days. And then McDonald's was awesome. 1-day trade. While it's loading up, let's see. Entered in yesterday, 9/23, paid $1.03, got into 5 contracts, exited today, got out for $1.22. 1 day later, 5 contracts. This was 115% return on investment in 1 day. And so that's it. So that's what I got. So take those charts and go look at them. I'm out on the road having some troubles here in the area, but that's part of traveling. But we still want to add value to you guys. But those are my 4 trades. 100% return on investment, made 54%, or 100% actually 54% return on investment, risk $2,698, and made $1,458 for this week. Jesse, take it away. Let me stop sharing so you can take it away.
Oh my gosh. So I kind of want to talk about McDonald's, or sent that text message, and I got it on my phone. I saw your McDonald's trade, and I actually texted you, giving you some grief about it. I was like, "What are you doing with McDonald's, man?" And I was like,
yeah, for sure.
I wish I would have gotten in. I wish I would have gotten in because it was such a great trade. Anyways, power of Susie, man. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. So I'm going to start my timer right now. And before I show you, for many of you who follow the Option Legacy group, I made a video about Diz, and I can't get enough of Diz. I love Disney. I did an adjustment trade in Disney, and that's kind of like the one saving grace I have, because Disney, if you look, if you know Disney ended today still above my break even, which I mentioned in the video, is 109.59. So we're still going up. Disney is keeping their wings up. They're flying. They're going to do it. I'm so bullish in Disney.
Dumbo in its ears.
Dumbo, dude. So the next 2 trades I have, I actually did close these trades, and both of them were just very small. One of them was a scratch. I did a scratch in Microsoft. That was a 4-day trade, and it was just a long call spread, debit call spread for $222. That was the risk. I exited the trade for $1 less than I got filled, so that was kind of a 0 ROI, 0 anything. It was a scratch.
Can you bring that up on Tastyworks and just walk
let me share that.
through them? That way we can kind of see it and hear it. I mean, your voice is lovely, but it also helps to see, right?
So do you see it?
I do, yeah. You got it.
Okay. So let me change over here and move this real quick. It's giving me some grief over here. Okay. So I will do MSFT. So Microsoft, I entered in on, let me close this. I entered in on 9/14, and it was actually good for one day. It was like, yes, I got a $60 P&L on that thing, and then the next day it got robbed. So I was just,
Yeah.
I basically said, I'm going to close out on this. It was right here, 9/14. So I entered right here. Let me see. Right here. And then it just basically dropped hard, took some money out, and then it came back, and then I exited on 18 right here. So basically, I scratched that trade. It was just kind of like a blip, and I didn't want to risk any more money. And it was only $220, so 222, so not that big a deal. The other trade that I closed this week was Netflix, NFLX. Yeah. So this one, there we go. So I entered in on 9/12 and then exited on 9/14. And that one,
Which that's technically last week if we're looking at it.
kinda, yeah. It closed this week though, so that's some money. That's
9/14, isn't that was Friday of last week, right?
9/14?
Yeah. 9/14. This started the 17th.
I thought it wasn't Monday.
That's cool. It's a bonus trade. Well,
There it is.
Reps,
Well,
please
really,
put extra 30 seconds onto the clock for this bonus trade.
for this bonus trade. So, oh, dude. So bonus trade, basically, I entered in and got out. It was a $19 winner. Really, really small. Nothing big, but it was basically my GTC got hit. I didn't really want to risk any more. The buying power on that trade was $358. And it was
Listen. Any win is worth celebrating, and if it's not paying rent kind of win, then I just call that beer money.
Beer money, dude. I love that beer. So yeah, I'm basically I'm down 18 or up 18 for the week. I'm not up 14.58 like Tim. However, I am still pulling in a positive P&L, so that's good.
And that's huge. Like just on a little bit of mindset, if we can tap there for a second. Did your timer go off?
I'm stopping right now. I got 40 seconds left, but I only had 3 trades, so I mean 2 of them were closed. So
yeah, for sure. But on mindset, man, something that really hit me home this week was it only takes one. Sometimes, especially in credit spreads, in long positions, if you enter in a position with a far bid and ask spread, oftentimes you enter in that position instantly. It looks negative, right? It's like red. You're like, but it only takes one trade to carry you through, and that's what I really honed in today or this week is hey, keep trading, trade small, trade often, stick with the plan. Don't over trade, like don't jump into things just to jump into things, but keep trading. If you get burned, don't stop, And so you're talking about $18 profit or whatever. That's profit. You did it,
Profit, bro.
So
yeah. So what I did basically a lot of this week, if you were a Suzy subscriber, I put on a bunch of naked trades, which means just undefined risk. So there's no protection, but they're high probability. And so my portfolio is literally stacked to the hilt with all these new trades. So it's next week. I'm expecting some closures for some positive P&L. Some of them are just barely there. So
yeah,
next week will be a good vid. So
cool. And that's part of the process too, is like especially whenever you're talking about naked and you need time to pass by. You just need time to pass by. You filled the bucket this week, so let's see what next week and maybe even the week after, it might take a little bit. So Jesse, wrap us home with what your synopsis is on the overall market. I know Jesse and I were talking about this off video. As you mentioned, there's been some technical challenges as I'm out on the road, so I don't have my charts open. But Jesse and I agree about what's going to happen in the market. So Jesse, take that away, and then we'll close it out.
Yeah. Do you want me to pull it up on Tastyworks, or do you want me just
maybe just something, right? Tastyworks works, and then just give a general synopsis maybe. And again, it's just opinion, right? You don't have a crystal ball.
No.
But we can throw it out there and see what sticks, right?
Yeah, so for both Tim and I agree. We were both kind of talking, and SPY has been on a tear. Both all the indexes really. SPY, diamonds. Look at Dow Jones. Look at that little pop there. It's been on a rip and roar, and we were kind of talking off camera about the banks kind of having a little bit of influence here on this little pop that we've seen.
Yeah.
With rates being raised and everything else. So, but both of us are in agreement. Next week, I think it's going to be a little bit more of a downer week. I think we're going to see some implied volatility maybe come back into the market, which I'm looking forward to put on more trades. And I think that indexes they're a little soft today. This Friday was kind of a soft day. It stayed inside. I mean, there was barely any movement. I think that's kind of foretelling for next week. I'm not a mind reader, but my bets are down for next week. So
yeah, I think the same thing too. I mean, if you look at the SPY or the QQQ or the DIA, they're all showing weakness in some form or fashion. Relative strength index is down, maybe fast stochastics down, maybe even MACD is showing weakness of bullishness, or maybe even transferring over into to bearishness. And so yeah, I mean, does that mean the market's going to go down? Like overall, we're going to hit a correction? Could be, I don't know. But I think the next maybe Monday through Wednesday for sure, we'll have a little bit of retracement, and then we can go from there. So anyways, this is the market recap. This is literally, those are our trades we showed you inside of our portfolio, literally trade by trade, what's happening. And we're looking at continuing to do this just to add value to you guys. Of course, comment and engage and say, hey, what about this? Or do your own research in these things. Ask questions. It's all about growing in community. We're passionate about transparency. If you do that in community, you will naturally have growth. And then be on the lookout for trade alerts to give you ideas, give you some kind of over the shoulder, behind the scenes, just with some crazy results. All of these trades, 54% return on investment in these trades collectively. Those were all into our beta group currently. So with that, we'll see you on the other side. Let's build that legacy.